Coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. Now through October is prime tick season, and ticks are commonly found in tall grass or wooded areas. And whether you're heading out for an afternoon hike or working out in the backyard, there's a few precautions to take to protect yourself from ticks.
We are averaging about 22 to 25 drownings per year right now in Saskatchewan, which is on the rise.
If you're going to start your fire pit and have your fire pit open, that's wonderful. You, by the bylaw, you need to have your garden hose out.
Thanks for joining us here today. Another tick season is here, and health officials are reminding you to protect yourself and your pets when you spend any time outdoors. It's that time of the year to spend more time outdoors. And as you enjoy the season, a variety of insects are hoping to tag along for the ride. Now through October is prime tick season, and ticks are commonly found in tall grass or wooded areas. And whether you're heading out for an afternoon hike or working out in the backyard, there's a few precautions to take to protect yourself from ticks.
And the way that you would do that is with your clothing, to make sure that you wear long pants. You can put your socks over your pants so that the ticks don't crawl up your legs. It's also important that you use insect repellent that has DEET or a cardin. The other important thing is that when you come in from the outdoors is to do a tick inspection. And ticks like to latch on in various areas, the back of your knees, your groin, behind your ears, in your armpits. And sometimes actually you may need a mirror or a second person to actually have a look. The other thing is to shower as soon as you come in from the outdoors. Children are unable to look for ticks themselves, so if you have children in your household, make sure that you also inspect your children, your pets, and your gear.
And if you discover a tick on your skin or your pet, remove it immediately with a pair of tweezers. Pull the tick slowly upward and out with firm pressure, and be careful not to squeeze or crush the body of the tick, as this may also contain infectious fluids. Black-legged or deer ticks commonly carry Lyme disease and are common across southern Canada and the U.S., with the Rocky Mountain wood tick prevalent here in the Southwest. More information on ticks and Lyme disease are available online. Market Square is a summer tradition in downtown Swift Current, featuring live entertainment, fresh garden produce, crafts, and other unique vendors. Drop by Market Square every Saturday at the corner of Central and Chaplin. Proudly presented by the City of Swift Current, Standard Motors, Innovation Credit Union, and Burns & McDonnell. Numerous drownings are reported across the province each year, and many of these cases could have been prevented by simply wearing a life jacket. Spending time out at the lake or at the local pool is a popular pastime for many. Yet each year, numerous individuals fall victim to accidental drownings. And the Life Saving Society is reminding swimmers of all levels to play it safe while out in the water.
We are averaging about 22 to 25 drownings per year right now in Saskatchewan, which is on the rise. Even the strongest swimmer can get into trouble, especially in our Saskatchewan lakes. We have a lot of wind here, and so the lakes get really rough and lots of white caps, and that could take out the strongest swimmers. So we really need people to remember what their limits are, and that they shouldn't be trying to swim across the lake when it gets really windy and gusty out. And it's just best to stay on the shore when it gets like that, as well as if you're in your boat. You know, you have to keep an eye on the weather, and if it looks like it's going to storm, get back to shore or don't go out at all.
And if you do plan on spending some time out on the boat or in a kayak, putting on a life jacket should be the first thing you do before entering the water. And if you don't have a life jacket of your own, numerous lakes around the province have a life jacket loaner station. The program is now in place at 6 provincial parks and recreation sites.
We've seen them in Manitoba and Alberta, and we brought them here to our province a couple of years ago. And basically, it's on an honor system. There's a kiosk, and there's various sizes of life jackets and PFDs that the public, the park visitors, can try on and borrow for the day or for a couple of hours, but they should be brought back at night. So it's for anyone, like maybe you forgot your life jacket or you don't own one and you know it's a good idea to wear one. So go up to the kiosk, try it on. There's signage to help you know how to fit a proper life jacket, and then just use it. The important thing is to make sure you bring them back.
Outdoor enthusiasts are reminded to always swim with a friend, keep children within arm's reach, and refrain from drinking alcoholic beverages while participating in any water activities. Before you light up your barbecue or your fire pit in the backyard, the local fire department has a few safety tips for you to keep in mind. As the temperatures continue to heat up in the coming weeks, more people will be spending time in the backyard with fire pits or enjoying a meal on the barbecue. And before you embark on this favorite pastime, there's a few safety tips to keep in mind.
An encouragement to double check before you have your first barbecue. Give it a clean, get the grease and debris out from last year, clean off the burners, and while you've got it all apart, check the hoses, check the burners, specifically the rubber hosing underneath, and if you see some damage on there, doing a soap test to make sure it's not leaking, or just replace the hoses. We want to keep them away from the house, usually 3 to 4 feet, making sure that we've got some clearance around the barbecue and keeping it away from our house and combustibles.
And as moisture levels vary throughout the season, you're reminded to keep a garden hose handy in case the sparks start to fly in the backyard.
If you're going to start your fire pit and have your fire pit open, that's wonderful. By law, you need to have your garden hose out, water on, and it's stretched out to protect your yard and your neighbors.
And if you do intend to use a fire pit this season, ensure it's built to code and that you have a permit from the city. More information on fire pit permits are available through the City of Swift Current's website or by calling the fire department. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at southwesttvnews.com. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.